Hello, everybody. Welcome to At This Moment with Jim Jefferies and Amos Gill. We had a great show today. We were discussing the best concert there's ever been.
Yes.
Was it?
Yes.
The best concert ever?
Yeah, I think so. We're also going to talk. We're also going to talk about Amos being locked out of his house and great shit that I've had this week, and the price of butter. It's all gone crazy.
Yeah, we had 2 weeks to come up with a new episode, and we were just finding our feet again.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the podcast has started. It's good to be back. Sorry we're a day late on you. Sorry about that. We didn't mean to be a day late, but we were off in the UK, me and Amos. Amos is still there. They're up in Scotland going to do the Edinburgh Festival, but we went and saw Oasis.
I'm pissed. Can I tell you? I'm pissed at the moment.
Oh, you're drunk?
It's midnight now. I've had about 6 Guinness.
Okay, well, you got to remember that
the show not that long ago.
The majority of our audience who listens to this podcast is American, so pissed as in drunk, not as in angry.
No, yeah. No, I've had a few pints.
A few pints, a lovely pint out with this guy.
And I was wandering home to do this, and I heard you were talking to Chris Jericho, so I had 30 minutes, and I resisted 4 separate German doner kebabs. I feel like the fittest man alive. I love myself.
I was in the UK for 4 nights to see Oasis, and I gained 9 pounds. 9 pounds in 4 in 4 days. I fucked up. I was having German doner kebabs. I was going out for meals every night. I was going for fancy. Like I took my niece to a fancy like Michelin star Gordon Ramsay restaurant where they give you like 10 courses and everything's that small. And then I had a kebab when I got home. Like that's some real fat fuckery. And then also going to see Oasis, there was like bratwurst sausages and stuff like that.
We should say we both went to Oasis. We went together and separately. We went twice.
We've both been twice. We went once together, once separately.
We have to get straight into this. Let's on the count of 10. On the count of 3, give a score out of 10.
Okay.
For the concert. Sure. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
10.
9.5.
10. I've seen every big artist that's been alive in my lifetime. I've seen them all. I haven't missed anything. I've seen Oasis live 18 times. And if you asked me straight after the show, I would have gone, oh yeah, 9 or whatever, but I can't stop thinking about it. It's the greatest show on earth. I haven't seen that much love and positivity in a room. All their fans now aren't a bunch of cokeheads, and I'm including myself in this, right? Maybe it's because it's the first time I've seen them sober. I can remember every bit of it. It's not like a blur of an evening. I can remember every song, everything, how I felt. Those two men, quite possibly the last time they will ever play Wembley together. They reckon this will be their last tour. We saw the last time they will ever play Wembley Stadium together.
Even from the start, catching the tube in, the vibes are immaculate. You get in there. Richard Ashcroft from The Verve. Singing, I mean, to me, Bittersweet Symphony is about as good as it gets.
Oh.
To have a whole stadium singing that, and when that is your
Lucky Man's a great song. He's great.
Sonnet is a great song, but like after he finished on "It's a Bittersweet Symphony," I was so emotional watching them come out as well. I caught myself many times tearing up. Didn't think that would be the experience for me, and I mean, we don't want to bang on about it forever, but. Fuck, that was one of the great nights. And I just kept looking over to you because I know this is your favourite band as well. And you were in a bit of a stone trance. You, Jimmy Carr, watching Jimmy Carr sing all the words. That was fun. For me.
Everybody, look, I've been telling friends in America, I said, go out and see them and don't just fucking know Champagne Supernova and Wonderwall and all that type of stuff. Go get to the set list and just play those songs in your car on the way to work, on the way back from work, until you see the concert.
Can I tell you something that would infuriate you?
What?
So I've got up to Edinburgh, right? Yeah. And I'm hanging out with
that does make me very angry.
I'm hanging out with some hipster comics, and they're listening to me talking, going, "Oh, it was brilliant, guys! I had such a brilliant time. Honestly, you're gonna love it when they get here." And I get the hipster brigade come in. Lad, they're not even fucking good, man. Oh. You know, you like Oasis, do you, man? Yeah, they're a bit fucking normie for me. I don't like Oasis. You know, you're one of those guys that likes Oasis. To be honest, they're very musically bland. and you just want to shove them in the fucking
no.
throat.
You're wrong. Okay, when I started following Oasis in the 90s, they were the coolest band. They were who the hipsters listened to. The coolest people in the world listened to Oasis and was all this type of stuff. Then when I lived in England, by the time after the third album, then we bring in Standing on the Shoulders of Giants, their fourth album, and then it all started. Oh, yeah, it's a bit all the same. It's only this many chords and blah, blah, and the sunshine and people doing the impersonations and all that type of stuff, right? And I stuck with them. I've been proven fucking right? I'm right. They're the greatest band in the world, and I've been proven fucking right.
Well, there isn't anyone else I'm looking forward to. And in that moment, I don't think anyone is going to have a concert with that many bangers back to back.
Every song's a hit.
Fucking great.
And when you leave the concerts, there's songs the only time I've experienced hit, and I wish this artist would have played this song as well. Paul McCartney's the only other bloke, right? Because the back catalogue's so big. Elton John to a certain degree as well, right?
Well, I want to tell you a quick thing about what happened afterwards. So we went as a group. We tried to find a restaurant, which we could not do.
Yes.
London, 11 p.m. onwards, fuck all.
Yeah, a lot of kebab houses.
Like kebabs, but like if you go out for a meal. So
we go to Chinatown, you could get something pretty basic, yeah.
We went our separate ways as a group. You went back to the hotel. I'm staying at a mate's flat. Okay.
Oh, yes, I know what happened here.
Yeah,
yes.
And the flat is in a really nice area, and there's two blokes that own the flat. Well, they rent the flat, right? And they both live in Edinburgh, but they share the flat for whenever they come to do business in London. I'm friends with one of them, not so much the other.
And they were nice enough to let you stay. What lovely fellas.
I spent a week in their flat. Shout outs to my two mates there. Now, Ollie I'm very close with. Darius, the other guy, I like, but I did all my communication with Ollie. Thanks, Ollie. Appreciate you having me.
Yeah.
So I got a little pissed, again, drunk, at the Oasis concert. I've been dancing around. I think when we did the cigarettes and alcohol Poznan, when you jump up and down, my key came out of my pocket. I had loose keys because, I'm used to having a fob or a hotel card.
Yeah.
Having someone else's keys when you don't have your car keys, that's a wild man's game. Slip out at any point.
You know what? Sienna Miller was standing in front of her. She might have that key. So if you want to hit her up on social media,
now I remember I was drunk and I was like, "Here's me key, love." Sienna, I'm in Fitzrovia. I love Alfie. I got a bigger cock than Jude Law.
Yeah, well, that's open for argument.
So I had obviously lost the key, and I was saying to you, I don't know how I'm going to get in here. It's a second floor flat. So I get home, realise I have entry to the building.
I
do not have a key to the flat.
So you can get into the foyer, you can't get into the room,
yes.
right? So that might be where you're sleeping, yeah?
So I'm lingering outside. Here's the knowledge you need. I've got a flight at 7 a.m., so I need to get in that night. I can't handle this in the morning. I've got to get all my stuff out of there.
Yeah.
And I don't want to break in. I can't climb the windows. It's 2 floors up. I'm not going to die for that. So first things first, I ordered a German doner kebab.
Yes. No, priority.
I don't want to make decisions on an empty stomach.
Now, for the people at home listening, we got doner kebabs. That's the meat that you slide over there. I always thought it was Lebanese or Turkish. It turns out the Germans invented it over the years in the UK.
German Turks.
Yeah, over the years in England, the kebab has been synonymous with alcoholism and the shitty meal you have at the end. And in Australia, we always had doner kebabs as things you could have at lunch, right? You'd have a doner kebab. It was actually the healthier out of all the fast foods because it was just kebab meat salad in a wrap, pressed, eat it, off you go. And then a company came in called German Doner Kebab who went, hey, we'll just make them nice and you can have them at lunch. And you ordered one of those. So we're up to speed.
So I had 3% phone battery as well.
Oh, yeah.
And so I made sure I got my food. And then I searched for locksmith because I knew I needed to get an emergency locksmith.
Yes.
Now, when you're talking 3 a.m. locksmith, affordability doesn't come to mind.
On a Sunday.
On a Sunday in London. I didn't even do market research. I literally went, London, locksmith, emergency, hit the first link. I call a bloke, and this is the voice I get. Hello, my friend.
Yes, yeah, okay. Now let's. My blood's already in the boiling thing. There's so many things in my house that have fucking been fucked up by someone who has said my friend. If someone says my friend to you, they're about to fucking fuck you in the ass without any lube. That's their whole thing. Yeah. My
So-
friend, this is the best I can do for you. I won't say where they're from, but anyone who says they're your friend isn't your fucking friend.
He was from, I think I'll get to this in a second, it was my sort of neck of the woods of my ancestry. So he pulls this one out. My friend, it would very much depend on the locks. I think if it's a basic lock, look, it's going to be £85 call-out fee and £80 to pick the lock, which shouldn't be a problem. I said, oh, mate, that's great, £160. I'm not happy about 160. I'll be real with you, but I need to get in here.
But first of all, what is a basic lock versus a basic lock is just one of those ones with a bar that you push across and you put the latch down. Like a basic lock's the one that you have on your bathroom door, is it? That would be your basic lock.
So I was a step up from that basic. This is your standard key in.
Yeah, I know that. Well, that's an extremely difficult lock. The key one. Ooh, someone's having a good career. The key lock.
I go, it's £160. Other British friends of mine said, you're going to get bent over, mate. And I said, mate, £160 this bloke is. I think I've just found the deal of the century here. He turns up in a brand new Range Rover.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I think to myself.
Hello,
Unless he's dealing cocaine on the side.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling there's quite a few expensive locks out there that he hasn't managed to pick.
Yeah. Yeah, non-basic locks. Non-basic locks. This is a key turn. You didn't tell me it would be a key turn. Oh, my goodness.
He gets out of this car. He looks like he's come from the gym. He's a good-looking Eastern European rooster. As soon as I see how slick he is with his toolkit, I go, I'm going to get fucking slammed here. He goes, do we have access to the building? I said, yes, we do. He goes, oh, that's lucky because it would be thousands if I had to change the building for everyone. We'd need permission. So you're off to a good start. We walk up the stairs. This is the lock. Immediately he looks at it. 1 millisecond, he goes, this is an extremely complicated lock. This is tough. This I cannot pick this. I haven't seen a lock like this for some time. What do you have stored in here? Your friends are very secure. This is very tough. This is a bank vault.
I saw the key. I saw the key you're trying to get. This is like for anyone to pay. This is a very basic lock. Yes, very basic lock.
This is as standard a fucking front door as you can get. Yeah. I said, well, you're a locksmith. I go, don't you have one of those like dentist looking tools that you'll slide in there and jimmy it around and you'll click the lock open? He goes, no, I'm going to have to just drill it. Well, you're not a fucking locksmith. You're just a vandal.
I see cunts on movies doing it with hairpins.
Hairpins, others like a fork. This guy just goes, I have to drill it. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I thought the locksmith's job is to break into your house to keep the lock around. I've seen it happen in spy movies. He goes, I'm afraid we can't do this, my friend. I'm going to have to drill. Now, that will be 280 extra pounds for the drilling fee, for the drill bit damage because of the very strong lock that we have to drill into right here.
Also, wait a minute. A drill bit doesn't cost 280 pounds. Like, just for all of our American viewers, remember we're talking in pounds. Like, I know you think you have the strongest currency in the world. You don't. Pounds are they're very expensive. 280 pounds. What is that? 350?
350.
Yeah, 350.
So as soon as that happens, my stomach drops and I start to remember the Range Rover. I start to remember everyone telling me that emergency locksmiths are absolute shysters.
Yes.
And you're about to be destroyed. And I'm like, oh,
that's why this cunt works out in the gym. You can't be a meek person that's like, oh, it's just $250. Like that. No. Could this guy physically dominate you?
Oh, absolutely dominate me.
Right, okay, good.
And look, I'll put it this way. I don't want to stereotype him too much, but there's every chance Liam Neeson's looking for his daughter in the back of this man's car. If I'm being completely honest.
And which is strange because he has skills that you don't have.
He will find you.
Yeah.
This man had a unique.
I have a very particular amount of skills, but not with this lock. This lock is too big.
I have a very unique set of skills, and that is shoving a drill into a door until it splinters off the hinges. So. By the way, the neighbours have come out at this point, furious.
Yeah,
I'm a guest,
of course.
So it's like it's Sunday, 3:30. I'm just fucking shards of metal are going everywhere.
This is why you gave Oasis a 9.5. You can't blame him for the last 5. That's on you.
Well, I'm still
they didn't
trying
need
to
to make. They didn't make everyone jump up and down. You lose a key that way.
And that's going on in the background. Well, I'm still trying to have a good night. I'm still under my breath. You gotta roll with it. You gotta take your time. But the lock picks out, and he goes, "Now we have to get a new lock." And I go, "Oh, well, how much is that going to be?" He goes, "There are 3 options on the lock." I go, "Cheapest." Quickest answer I've ever got. I go, "Just give me the cheapest lock." He goes, "See, the cheapest lock is exactly the same as the lock you had before. And this is a very bad, low-quality lock."
He said it was like a vault. The last time it was like a vault. It was so difficult. You couldn't get into the house. And now he's like, it's amazing. You can blow on this lock and the door will just open up.
If you frown at this lock, it will get scared and open to burglars. If you're sure. Are you sure? Do you hate your friends? I can do it then. But
I can give you a cheap lock, but it is going to be 2 twist ties. You do them, you leave, and then you come in and you undo them.
I can give you a stick and glue. If that's what it means to you.
Yeah, that stuff that puts posters on wall.
He goes to me, "What do you want to do?" And at this moment, you can't argue again. Your door's got no lock. It's not your apartment.
Yeah, you had to ask that question before he took it out. I've been here with the lock. You have to ask the question before they have a hole in the door. Because I had one of those like digital locks put on my house, and then the guy was like, "Yeah, the part's like $350," and then I went, "Okay, great," and then I went, "It seems a bit high." I looked online, and I went, "It's $120," and he goes, "There's already a hole in your door. What do you want me to do?" He's fucking. They've got you. They've got you. So they're doing you up the ass while you just have to go, "Thank you." All right. And you can't give them a bad review because they know how to get into your house.
This is the most vulnerable position in the world, mate. This is like when the dentist is coming over you with laughing gas about to put you to sleep. You got to be polite to this man.
Yeah.
You're completely vulnerable.
Yeah.
He can easily. And by the way, these guys are definitely selling your keys to the mob. If you've got a nice gaff.
If I ever leave LA, I have 2 locksmiths that I'm getting 1-star reviews to, but I'm not doing it until I'm far, far away. If I move back to Australia, I wanted to put a digital fucking like a ring cam type of thing in my fence, but there was like one that was hardwired into the wall and that type of stuff, right? And I built the first fence, and the guy goes, this particular locksmith company, which I will do a review of in a few years, right? They go, he came out and he said, "Oh yeah, the parts, 3,500. It'll cost 5,000 to put into your." I went, 5,000, and then another company, $800 all installed, right? Just trying his luck. 5,000, same 5,000, and I can't go online and go, "This cunt fucking said $5,000," because he'll know it's me and he knows how to pick locks. So I just play friendly. But when I move, I'm coming after you, cunt. I'm coming after you.
Well, that's the other thing, though, is like when you have got to talk your flat down. You can't have him looking around at nice things. And you got to be like, "Yeah, it's a dump in here, isn't it, mate?" Ugh.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I needed a key. I shouldn't even put a lock on. I don't keep anything of value here.
So anyway, he's gone. The lock you've got is too basic. Very, very basic lock.
Now, I messaged my friend Ollie, who's a
dependent.
I said, "Mate, I need this." He goes, "You're a fucking clown. Why didn't you keep another spare out?" So I said, "These things happen." He goes, yeah, just get the basic lock. So the guy comes up, he puts it in, and then he says to me, and this is where I knew I wanted to strangle him. He pulls out, not a calculator on his iPhone, just an actual prop calculator that he's got. And he starts doing the maths. 85 call out, 180 for the inspection of the picking of the lock, which we couldn't do, 280 on the drill bit.
Which we couldn't do.
Then he gives, these are my 2 favorite lines.
And also on the drill bit's ruined. It's his whole job is to drill things.
Then it's the basic lock with 3 keys. I gave you 3. Normally it's just 2, but I give 3. Was 200. He goes, plus VAT tax. And he goes, and you think I'm a bad guy? Take it up with the parliament. That's not my business. That's parliament business. That's for the government. So we put this all together, and he shows me a number, £850.
All right. So we're talking.
We started at 160.
We're talking $1,100 American ballpark.
And for me, a tight ass who's been staying at a friend's gaff for free.
Yeah.
By the way, look, listen to how I say gaff. I've been in the UK for a week.
Yeah.
My fucking gaff.
Yeah.
I am so mad at this point, and I hear the accent and I have a go. I go,
all right, here we go.
I go, brother, friend, what are you? What's that accent you got there? I am Macedonian and Albanian. I go, yeah, I'm Croatian. I'm Balkan as well. I've recently got my Croatian passport. He goes, oh, that's very good. What do you speak the language? I said, not really. I said, but my question to you is, mate, how would your baba, which means grandma, how would your baba feel about that price to a young Balkan boy just like you? And he goes, let me have a think about it. And he goes downstairs, comes up with the final paperwork and gives it to me for £550. That was my Balkan price. We're talking a 250 something pound discount for the fellow Balkan brother. And even still, I feel ripped off.
Oh,
even still.
I would have gotten this. So I'm Australian. How would have your wog grandmother?
What would you think?
What would she think?
But realistically, the grandmother would be thinking, I'm a fucking you're an entrepreneur in Britain. Rip them off senseless. Which is how you've got a Range Rover. And I thought to myself, he was there 15 minutes.
Yeah, but very difficult lock, very difficult.
For a difficult lock. 15 minutes, he got £550 off me. Other people obviously would get the 800. Housewives, women are not fighting this man. No. Women aren't going back and forth.
No.
That job, fuck going to college. If you're just available at the night time.
Yeah, like, but also he's saying to you, I had to wake up for this. I had to get up.
I was in pajamas.
I was just went. No, he does the night shift. He sleeps during the day. Yeah. He goes and picks 3 locks a night, right? 4-hour shift. He fucking goes to bed, sleeping with £2,000 a night. He's making £2,000 a night, I reckon. Yeah, easy.
It's easy. Like, you know how we said we're talking
£10,000 a week.
I saw this in America where they said, if you want to make money right now, because America doesn't do what Australia does with the tradesmen, which is like everyone's pushed into college or they want to work in, tech or law or whatever. But if you're a handyman, you're absolutely crushing it. HVAC was the one in America. If you can put in air conditioners, you're making a fortune. Mm-hmm. But if you're in New York or a major city, to be a locksmith is, I think that's why aren't more people doing that? Do you know any locksmiths? Who goes into this profession? Is it a guarded profession?
I've met them, but I've never befriended them.
You need a locksmith.
I need to befriend her. Like how like some families are like this. My cousin's becoming a doctor. It's good to have a doctor in the family. Yeah. You need a locksmith in the family.
One of those Australian locksmiths that also cobbles shoes.
Okay. So one time
changes batteries.
One time when this is what's happening at this moment. One time when I was in the UK, right now I used to sell. We've mentioned this before. Car stereos for Strathfield car radios across Australia, right? So I used to sell car stereos. The antenna plug. There's a male and a female plug. Everyone knows what I mean by that. A sticky outie or an innie, right? There's a male and a female plug. Most cars in the world have, I believe, the female plug where the antenna goes in male. I might be wrong. It's been a long time. But the BMW needed a different part, right? It just needed a little connecting part, which was a cable this big, 2 inches big. And it was just a converter, male to female converter, so you could put
non-binary. You need a transition cable.
It was a stereo sort. It's a European BMW's had a European conversion plug. This plug in Australia in the 1990s was a $5 Australian part that you had to put in. It literally a little cable adapter, like you could get at fucking Radio Shack or anything, right? And the guy, I go to get a stereo put in my car in Manchester, and the guy's he's like, they're still finishing the job now. And there's still stereo. He goes, 250 quid for the stereo. He goes, but you need a converter plug. They're 80 quid. So like this. And I went, what part? And he goes, a and this is before you could just get on your phone and just look at things like that. And I went a K11. I said the part number.
He's at the sheer panic.
And his fucking face like this. I go, that's a $5 Australian part. So I would put that as a £2 British part. I'm happy to pay £5, mate. I'm happy to pay £5 for it. And even then I'm being ripped off.
Did they?
And the guy's like, get the fuck out of my store. And I had to leave with me stereo just hanging out. I didn't get the stereo, just wires in my old stereo. And he's fucking yelling at me in the fucking driveway.
Yeah, because you're a danger, mate.
Oh, and you've cut out after the word danger.
Sorry, folks. The internet in Edinburgh is world's worst, by the way. The buildings here the signal. I can't even make a phone call.
That's well, my friend, I can make it. I can give you a new hub. I can make it bigger. I can make it better, but it's going to be very expensive.
Let me tell you, when you're in a relationship, and I know my girlfriend will listen to this and I'll pay the price for it, but living in a city with bad reception gets you out of some boring phone calls, my friend. Everyone wants to live in a place with great signal. I love a place with bad signal. Bloody fuck. It's not even coming through.
Oh, no, I used to do that with my mother to end phone calls. I used to... it's conked. And then... Or I used to start phone calls, conversations with my mum. I got 4% battery.
Yeah.
And then I would just hang up mid-sentence.
Because it gives you time limit. Gives you time limit.
And now that my mother's dead and I can't speak to her anymore, I think back on that and I think I should have done that more often. Fuck, she was hard to talk to.
We would have gotten on better with less words.
Words
were the problem.
My mother's been dead for 5 years, 6 years. And me and my brothers haven't had one argument. She was a menace from the phone. She was the things that she could do from a phone call was because I remember Kate, Hank's mother. I remember when she first met my mother, she went, I don't know why everyone's scared of this lady who can't move out of that chair. And I remember just thinking, she's right, there's a lady who's immobile, who just sits there like a blob and runs the whole fucking world. Anyway.
Mate, it's like those stonefishes. You know what I mean? There's a shark that can eat you in the ocean, but the stonefish lays there all day with a barb and you step on it.
Yeah, exactly.
People are dangerous in many different ways.
And then goes, I can't believe he stepped on me. I was doing nothing.
This has been a tough podcast for me because, when you've had the pints, I didn't eat the kebab, but I went to a place called Moss Kitchen today.
Yeah.
And I had I do love like an all-you-can-eat curry.
Oh, yeah.
But I haven't eaten curry since I moved to the States. My guts are crook.
I've told you this over the years, mate. When you're successful, right, all restaurants are all-you-can-eat. You don't want to go. I'm telling you, you don't want to go for the all-you-can-eat curry. Go for the place that makes the good curry, and if you're still hungry, buy a second serving.
And do better.
Yeah, because you'll buy a serving, it'll be, let's say, 11 quid for your serving of the good curry, right? Yeah. Or the all-you-can-eat's 18 quid, right? And you're like, but it's all you can eat. But it's fucking shit, man. Buy $11 curry, and then if you're still hungry, buy another $11 curry and 11-pound curry, and then go from there. Yeah, curry's a weird one. I don't know what it is. I think it's the butter or the.
For me, it's the garlic naan. I've had some troubles.
Speaking of which, I found out this week that butter prices have gone up by 50%. Butter has gone through the roof in the world. There has been because 50% of all butter comes from New Zealand. You didn't know that, did you?
I didn't. I would have thought Ireland, Kerrygold.
Yeah, I know.
Or the Danish.
And it's all fucking grass fed, and it's the best butter in the world. And it's because obviously they're tariffing the New Zealanders, who's cunts after all the things they take from society. They need to pay us back. But yeah, butter's gone through the roof. It's gone higher than fuel or anything. Out of all the things that we eat and consume at the moment, the thing that's going through the roof the most is butter.
Now that does hurt me, actually. This is
the thing. It'll prove to you that fat cunts will eat anything. Because when I was living in Britain, they brought in fat tax. Do you know what fat tax is? Fat tax was...
You paid a tax on what? Saturated fats?
If you buy a Snickers,
yeah.
they bumped that up 15% when I was living in Britain, and they called it fat tax. They didn't fuck around with it. They called it fat tax, right? And fat tax was meant to stop the fatties from buying too many chocolate bars because we're going to raise it up like that.
Yeah.
It's like
what it did, it just broke. It just made them broker.
Yeah, imagine if they put in cocaine tax. Do you think the cocaine use is just down, right? Of course.
Hey, listen, mate, we're Australians who like cocaine. We've paid a tariff on cocaine for a long time.
There's so many cokeheads in Australia, and it's $350 a gram. You know what I mean? And it's like you think, oh, I was going to buy myself a Snickers, but it went up from 69p to 82p. Can't do it at this price. No, get the fuck out of here. We're still going to eat butter. We're still going to eat shit. They can tax us on the fun things all they bloody want, and we'll just take it up the ass. But you know what? But
is that what the New Zealanders have to offer? Is it?
You know what? It turns out it's a huge part of the New Zealand economy is their butter produce. They're the best butter in the world.
Oh, I imagine the lamb is pretty good as well.
Oh, the lamb's good. The wool would be good, but also
because every Kiwi comedian has done that joke about we fuck sheep, but. I've seen great. Think about that one. The grave is going down your chin.
I have seen great New Zealand comics do that, and I've seen hack New Zealand comics do it, and everything in between. I've seen the best of the best, and they go, "Yeah, we do fuck it, but then we sell it to you, and you eat it, bro."
Every one of them. Sorry,
every one of them.
I'm just gonna have to pass this through. Oh, God.
Yes. That's entertainment. Who said that show business is dead, kid? Why would you listen to professional radio DJs when you can have Gilly and Jefferies in the morning? Fuck Cam.
Who needs a soundboard when you've got fucking pints swilling around with a Moss Kitchen all you can eat curry? I'm having an absolute holy war in here. I listened to Mark Maron talking shit about podcasts the other day on Bad Friends, and he was just talking about podcasting as two white men talking about shits they've recently had.
Yeah.
And I thought, it's more than that. And then here we are.
All right. I'll tell you what. I did a shit that was so big the other day, I took a photo of it because it was a singular turd. Would you like to see it?
You do normally send me them, and I don't know.
Okay, what I'll do is I'll text it to you so it's not on the air. This is one single piece, and remember, it's from a Toto, so the water level's really high. This isn't a low-level water.
Just quickly, do women do this?
They do the shits, but do they send them to their friends? I think.
Look, are they like, look at this tampon? This is particularly irony.
This for a one piecer, this is one of the elites.
Remember when this used to be a news show?
All right, I'll get Jack's live reaction. For a one-piecer, and I've got a high water level, that's a monster. That's a monster.
Yeah, well done.
Okay, I flashed it on the screen. Yeah. But that's something else.
That being said, me and you talking
and
about
I should
your
mention
shit.
I have a new special coming out, and the snake, and watch the movie Him.
Yeah, speaking of a snake.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but this is actually better content than when I was talking about how the Trump administration might go well. I think this is safer ground for me at the moment.
Cut out the bit where I flashed on the screen because people make it. I flashed it very quickly. No, because people make a still photo of it. I'm a game show host. You never saw Bob Barker go, well, you got to check this turd out. This is a hell of a turd.
We should talk about a couple of news things. I'm going to bring you a couple of stories, and then you've got to go and promote.
But comment, have you had one bigger than that, mate? In one piece?
No, dude, what do you mean? I haven't had one in one piece since I moved to the United States.
That would be one of my biggest one pieces ever.
Okay, here's a news story. This is sent to me by my girlfriend, who's decided she wants to produce our show. She says you got to up the stories. So this is my first.
All right, well, I'd have your girlfriend produce the show all day. We got to start bringing characters back and doing Jonty and whatever. I was thinking about our South Africans who sell biltong. We got to have them as refugees, and they've now come to America and they're starting a new business.
Thank you, Mr. Trump.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Mr. Trump for everything that he has done. We have been moved into a very white neighborhood. We're very happy here. Anyway, carry on.
I was very scared to see there are blacks here also. It's a very scary place. I thought we were getting away from that. He moved us to a place called Philadelphia. And I thought the Philadelphian blacks had been moved to Beverly Hills. I was tricked by that television show, The Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince. There was plenty of them in my house, but the police did nothing.
Not one. Now, let's talk about this story, Jonty. Danish. I'm gonna have an edit point for us.
Okay, Fresh Prince.
A Danish zoo is asking for your unwanted pets to feed to its predators.
Oh yes, okay, all right.
So a zoo in Denmark has appealed to the public to donate any of their healthy and unwanted pets as part of a unique effort to provide food for its predators, citing high costs for animal feed. The Aalborg Zoo has asked for donations of live chickens, rabbits, guinea pigs, which it says are gently euthanized by the trained staff.
Oh, if you're feeding a guinea pig to a lion, you don't need to euthanize it. Just let it fucking...
Give the lion some fun.
Yeah, give the lion some fun. Let it run around a bit. It's like an apple for a lion.
Yeah, it says the zoo is also accepting donations of live horses with owners benefiting from a tax break. Posting on Instagram, the zoo explains it has a responsibility to imitate the natural food chain for animals. Well, that's not true. Then don't euthanize it. And smaller livestock.
Well, whatever. If it's one of them that didn't win a race and broke its leg or something like that, send it off to the zoo.
Yeah. The small animals can be donated on weekdays with no more than 4 at a time without an appointment.
So can you bring a sack of kittens or is it
a burlap bag? Yeah.
Yeah. Like how many are you allowed? And like, do you have to sign anything or you can just show up?
Well, I would have thought, like, when they say donate it, I think you should just put it through some sort of shoot and you get to watch it be eaten live.
Wouldn't that
be the fun?
Do you get a tax write-off?
You do get a tax write-off.
Oh, do you?
Yes. They're helping out, yeah.
Yeah, you get a tax write-off.
You get a tax write-off.
So when my accountant goes, what charitable things have you done this year? You'll go, fucking 4 dogs down at the zoo, man.
Yeah. Finally got rid of Taisy's cats.
Yeah. Oh, I love those cats. One of them's over there. Leave those cats alone.
Oh, they can hear you, can they?
Oh, yeah. They can hear.
In a statement, the zoo's deputy director, Pia Nielsen, said the zoo's carnivores have been fed smaller livestock for many years. When keeping carnivores, it's necessary to provide them with meat, preferably with the fur bones to give them as natural a diet as possible. Therefore, it makes sense to allow animals, bring anything you've got down here. Many people are given dogs for Christmas and they don't want them. Rather than letting them starve.
Okay, I know this is going to go badly, but a stillborn, would it be morally wrong?
Our own?
Yeah.
Or an animal stillborn?
Ours. Like you had a bad day, you need a tax write-off.
Well, I don't think the mother herself would probably breed that. Are you saying the hospital or you?
I'm not saying abortion. I'm not saying an abortion, right? I'm just saying like there's been an incident.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. But there's a giraffe.
Giraffe.
Giraffes are vegetarian.
I think the giraffe is finding that very disturbing. It's that's a meaty leaf.
I'm just saying, why are we better than the other animals? Why are we better than the other? I find it abhorrent either way, but why are we better?
Yeah. Okay. So like,
I brought the conversation to a halting stop.
Well, it's interesting. I very rarely am offended, but
I'm just saying, could you, so that the life wasn't a complete loss. So
now, listen, you're going to hell, and I mean, maybe in private, we don't want to watch them eat that.
Oh, no. I'm not sitting there watching it.
Or how about, why do they have to be stillborn? That stillborn just makes it too sad. As you know from our favourite
all right,
story.
so
just dead people.
So a kid who's a little bit of a shit.
Not alive. Get out of kids. For God's sake, man. We're dying over here.
An old person who's a shit.
That's what we're talking about.
All right, okay. Could you...
Nan's dead. We don't have room to bury her. We don't want to cremate her.
Because you can't be dead for too long before you eat it because then the meat doesn't go right. You can't, a dead animal. Yeah. Okay. Could you, Gran's on her last legs. This is her final wishes.
Yeah. Gran loved nothing more than watching David Attenborough documentaries. And now she's been eaten by a family of Eurasian lynxes.
She could go to the zoo. And I would even say, as a fitting tribute, put a park bench in front of where she was eaten. We're named that in front of the gazelles or whoever got up to it.
You know what? She was a woman. She was an old woman who was brought up at a different time where she had to provide food for many families over the years. And in what is a beautiful female act, her last act on this planet is to provide food once more.
Yeah, because making us into ashes isn't helping anybody. Burying us under the ground is one of the most selfish fucking cunty things you can do. I'm gone, but I still need a block of land. Yeah. What do you need a fucking block of land for? I still get a little rectangle space even after I've left. Fucking piss off.
What a boomer mentality to be like, I'll be taking up space when I'm dead.
Yeah, they do though. They do, and I've bought a place for your mother as well. She'll be next to me. We'll be taking up space, and you have to visit us. You have to keep visiting us for fucking ever, right? No,
the boomers have done so well in the property market. You wouldn't be surprised to see your parents on Zillow looking for plots, which are more expensive than your apartment.
Going, oh, that plot we bought back in the 70s, it's worth a fair bit now. And
you know, me and the missus ended up buying a house. How? We ended up digging up mum and dad and selling their plot. It was a big bit of land.
Yeah, I don't get it. I honestly don't. I feel like if you want to be put in an urn and then the family has you in the house and you get to look at the urn every now and again, or you want it to be scattered in the ocean or something like that, but you don't need, especially a tombstone, the idea of past your children, no one takes care of this tombstone. It just gets covered in moss. No grandkids go and take care of it.
Unless you were awesome. Unless you did something.
Yeah, but even then, great grandkids aren't going.
No. I'm saying
they'll come and have a look at it. Go, that's where Pop used to live.
But I'm saying unless you're like, you know, Thomas Jefferson or William Blake the poet or John Lennon or something like that, and then you get a lovely plaque on a building in Britain. You get those. What's one of the wonderful things about England is those blue plaques. You walk around a blue plaque. This is where this actor, this writer, this historian, this politician used to live in this house. And you know the policy on the blue plaques, right? What's that?
20 years, right? You have to be dead for 20 years before the plaque can go up. Right. They have to deem that because like, let's say Justin Bieber dies tomorrow and he gets a plaque, and then maybe in 20 years we've forgotten him, and then we're like, why do we put a plaque up at this gun? Because I remember I was living in Britain and I saw John Lennon's house. He died in 1980. I moved over there in 2001. They said he only got his plaque last year, and then we went to George Harrison's house. George Harrison didn't get a plaque until 2021. Because they were still sitting around going, we're not sure on George. Maybe no one will remember him in 10 years. Look, who was that other Beatle? No one knows.
What about this, Jim? If London has plaques for famous people who used to live here, we could do one in LA where we live, and it's plaques where Harvey Weinstein assaulted people.
Yes. They'd call it Blue Town. But it is a nice thing.
At like the Peninsula Hotel. This room was where Harvey Weinstein cast many movies from Miramax.
You literally walk down the street in London and you're like, Freddie Mercury, right? And it's just it's little things they just pop. And it's not just London, it's all of the UK does it, right? It's all of the UK does it. But it is a wonderful little thing that I think the rest of the world should pick up. That's how people should be remembered. You go, that's where, like when you find someone grew up in a suburb near you in a street like you, it's sort of inspiring that you can go, oh, well, if he came from this little fucking townhouse, I can achieve things as well, right? But you can make pilgrimages there. Like when I went out of my way to I remember I went to the Führer bunker for that reason. I was like, he did it. Yeah, where's the Hitler Park? Where is it?
Remember we went there? You can go to the
bus stop. It's a bus stop.
And a low quality apartment complex for students, which is the best.
Yeah. It's there's not much there. It's sort of like, this is where it was. Don't worry about it.
If you ever go to Berlin, folks, you have to really look for it. And my favorite, I always wanted to do a sketch about the real estate agent who's showing off the apartments there. And people go, anything we need to know about the area? Oh, there was a guy here some years ago. There was some issues.
There is some permits, but you are not allowed to build basement.
You know what's a good thing about this area, though? Very good public transport.
Very good public transport. And you know who you have to thank for that? Oh.
Anyway, back to the point we were making. If you die, you're being fed to the worms anyway. So insects are eating you. You get thrown into the ocean. The fish eat you as like charcoal.
Yeah.
So what's the matter of being eaten by if you're going to be eaten by a being anyway, make it a lion. That's a spectacle.
Once you're gone. The worst thing that can happen.
Is that legal?
The arrogance of Jimmy Savile having a tombstone, knowing that what he got away with in his lifetime is beyond. They've taken it down now, and it said it was good while it lasted. Yeah, no, they've taken Jimmy Savile's down now, right? But Jimmy Savile went, there should be a place for people to come and remember me. Hey, my court case is on Thursday. Right? We have to wrap this podcast up a little bit early today because
really?
I have to duck off now. Do you want to know what I'm off to do? I'm off to do a gig. It's going to be, I'll report how this goes because I'm doing a gig for the Dodgers. Will Smith from the Dodgers, the catcher from the Dodgers, is having a gig. I've downloaded some of my jokes in Japanese in case Shohei Ohtani shows up, but I'm going to play it down. But my son, Hank, is going to come and see me do stand-up for the first time. He's been backstage at many gigs because they said there will be kids in the audience. This could all go tits up. I'm very nervous.
Wait, he's would have watched you on the internet, though, right?
Yeah, but it's always,
are you nervous?
I would have liked for him to come and see me in a big gig, like in a big theater where everyone stands up when you walk.
What if you die and your son no longer respects you?
And then I have to take him to other gigs until I have to win him back. It's like,
dude, you know what's funny?
It's like giving a woman a dud root. It's like, you come over again, I'm going to have 4 wanks before you come over because I'm going to be ready to go. I'm not going to be coming too quick again.
I hope to God we find out that at 1 a.m. you were at the Laugh Factory trying to get on with your son who's half asleep in the car. You're like, you're going to watch me kill, all right? Dad, this is the 4th club tonight. I'm good at this, I swear.
I'm gonna pull some punches, obviously, right? Because there's gonna be kids in the audience and it's for charity. I'll tell you stuff. And I've got a couple of like Dodgers sports cards that I might see if Hank can get them signed or something like that. But it's I'm taking my boy to meet he's coming because he wants to meet the Dodgers. Yes. Right? The Dodgers are going to be there. He gets to meet the Dodgers, and he's very excited about that. But I'm so nervous to be performing in front of my 12-year-old son. I can't.
Don't wear that hat because I wanted to wear Oasis merch and you told me I wasn't allowed to because I looked like a fucking goober and you'd be embarrassed if we met Noel. So can you wear a Dodgers hat?
Was I right? Was there anyone backstage wearing the stuff?
No, you saved me on that one. I was going to go head to toe like a full nuffy and have the whole band
I did save you on that one. Now, the thing is, I buy all the merch and then wear it later. I don't wear it to the concert. I wear it later. And then, they're saying you've been there. But all right.
We have to wrap this up. I'm in the Edinburgh Fringe. I'm just doing a work in progress. All my jokes are new and they suck, but the show's pretty much free. So if anyone's around, come along, give me some bloody feedback if you like. I've got to get this curry out of me.
The show's pretty much free. Okay, well, of course it's a free show, but I did so many jokes and you sat there for a long time. So you have sit fee, you have you clapped your hands. That's a clapping fee.
VAT tax. There's VAT tax. Noise pollution.
Blame the thing, and also in the tariff, I'm Australian. You had to bring me in. So,
but if you're Balkan, you get cheap price.
Your whole ticket comes to £48.66. Not me. Oh, you're Balkan? 44 pounds.
And never lose your keys, folks. Get a key ring. That's all I'll tell you.
Fucking what a public service statement that is.
Get a key ring.
Go get a key ring.
Clip it onto your pants like one of those old fellas.